First day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a 1911 BB. Hi, welcome to Garden Guns, 12 days of Christmas. This is my attempt to getting 12 videos out in 12 days. If I manage it, it will be a record. The idea behind this is just to give some ideas maybe for something you aspire to, down to something that is easily affordable, something for the stocking, to fill your stocking with. Should you, like me, struggle when your other half says, what would you like for Christmas? Often I just, I don't know, yeah, a new gun most of the time. But that's probably pushing it a little bit. Having said that, hopefully we can find at least something that will fulfill the budget and the dreams within these 12 days. So with that being said, ugly Christmas jumper, bobble hat, I'm ready to get going. So day one, what we're talking about, I thought we'd start well. This is my Swiss Arms 1911 tactical rail system. This is one of those ubiquitous 1911 pistols that you get from Remington, Swiss Arms, Enfield, Milbro, retailing at around about 140 quid. Second hand, 115 upwards, I think, for a reasonable one. CA2 powered 4.5mm steel BB firing pistol. I love these things. These, one of my favourite blowback pistols to have. I mean, I've got the hots for the 1911 anyway. In the box, you get the pistol, instruction manual. Put the pistol down. Instruction manual. Allen key. You'll get, if it's brand new, you get a little baggie of BBs, but they're pretty useless. The Allen key, for those of you that aren't familiar with these things, is there to allow you to change the CO2 bulb in the magazine. It just fits into the bottom. I will show that later. The pistol itself, let's just say no BBs in the mag, no CO2. Pistol itself is pretty damn decent. Has a last round hold open, so when you fired the last BB, basically the slide racks back and stays open, just to let you know you finished, but also to add that extra level of realism. It's one of the things I love about this thing. Slide catch. This one, because it's the tactical system, it's got a drilled out hammer, a drilled out trigger. It's got the rail, hence the tactical rail system underneath, for allowing mounting of a torch or a laser, a red dot, so that you can, you know, have even more plinking fun. It's got a working thumb safety, so when the thumb safety is engaged, you can't pull the trigger. And it's also got a working grip safety, which is this thing here. So if you've not grabbed hold of the grip, or you've just picked it up and the pistol is cocked, it won't fire until you actually squeeze the back grip, and then you are good to go. What else can I say about it? Unfortunately, the sights are not adjustable on this thing, which, you know, it's a BB pistol. They're not very powerful. So, you know, you're only really, if you're shooting at 10 yards, you know, you're really pushing it. I changed the grips over on this thing. It came with a rather horrible set of plastic grips. So I went onto eBay and I bought a set of wood grips that I basically oiled up, so that, you know, it's got a little bit of colour and texture. They were very dry when I got them. I had to bevel out the grip itself with a Dremel, due to the fact that the CO2 bulb basically protrudes. It's actually wider than the grip itself, so it sort of comes out of the sides a bit. So you have to bevel out the grips to get it to basically to be able to fit the grips over the top. What else can I say? Because it's a tactical system, it's got an enlarged beaver tail. It's got sights which are pretty damn decent. They work really well with the white dots to aid target acquisition. And hopefully, as you'll see, although it is about 3 degrees, and 3 degrees and CO2, not the best combination. CO2 is a pressure sensitive gas, and the colder it is, the worse it performs. Hence why they're in my pocket at the moment, trying to get them warm. CO2 system with a good blowback on it, especially in the summer. and I think it's about 19 rounds, or at least I feel it's roughly around about 19 rounds. The issue being is you've got a follower here, and if you put more than 19 rounds in, it tends to jam up on the bottom bit just there. Hope that was in focus. The autofocus on this camera is terrible. It tends to jam up. Filling the magazine, you basically pull it all the way down, and then you just drop your BBs in there, as I say, about 19. Unfortunately, some of the magazines have a little catch area in there, so it allows you just to pull the follower across, so it stays open, so you don't have to keep it pulled back with your fingernail. Yeah, I like that. It's more comfortable. What else can I say about this? Let's gas it up. So gassing the pistol up, you need a warm CO2 canister. Let's get what have I done with the... what have I done with the... There it is. As you can see, day one. Hopefully these videos are going to get better as I go along and I get back into a little bit more practice. First video in a while. So dropping it in, I tend to put a little bit of silicone oil in the end just to keep the seals dry. One of the problems with these CO2 guns is the magazines, the seals in the magazines tend to dry out. And if that happens, yeah, they tend to be a little bit temperamental after that. So basically, get it in place, snug it up, and then start, basically, hopefully we get the hiss, start turning until you get the magic hiss, he says. Oh, I didn't get the magic hiss. Oh well, damn it. Well, until you get the hiss, or until it's decently snugged up, and then you're fully gassed. Right, I'm going to load up a magazine, set some tin cans up. Free Christmas presents. 8 hours of shooting if you've got a load of tin cans. So I'm going to set some tin cans up and a few other targets, and let's see how we do. Right, so here we go. First off, when shooting 4.5mm BB CO2 powered pistols, always make sure you got some form of eye protection on, because these BBs, you know, I'm shooting above the target, but if I was shooting targets on the words, the BBs, these steel BBs have a really nasty habit of bouncing back at you, and yeah, last thing you want to do is get a BB in your face or in your eye. So, got some targets set up, gassed, loaded. Let's see how we do. Oops. There we go. Ooh. There you go. You see what I mean? Even against the steel targets. Let's try and get the spinner. There we go. Top spinner. Oh, there we go. We're out. So, good example. That last round hold open working. Let's unload the mag. So overall, I don't know if you noticed it or it came across on the video, but at one point, yep, there was at least 2 or 3 ricochets coming back at us there. So just to prove the point, how important it is to wear eye pro when you're shooting these things. I love this thing. It is, especially in the summer, you know, when it's a bit warmer and the CO2 isn't struggling, because the faster you fire, and on these things you can really dump a mag in no time at all, but the faster you fire, the colder that CO2 capsule gets, and the colder it gets, the less power it develops. So just one thing to be aware of when shooting in colder weather, or when you've decided to mag dump, basically, is going to start getting a bit weaker. But other than that, overall, I mean, it's the closest you're going to get to, let's get rid of these, it's the closest you're going to get to the real steel version in the UK. In terms of its sort of feel and its overall, the way it works, yeah, it's great fun. One thing I forgot to mention in the bit of video, this is fully field strippable. So you can remove the slide, remove the springs, take the barrel out. And if you're interested in seeing that, then please drop a comment, drop a comment below, and in the new year at some point I'll do a quick video on how to strip this down. Overall, what else can I say about it? 140 quid new. You know, I think, I mean, this was originally, I think when these were going out, these were 150 quid about a year ago, 115 quid a year ago, year and a half ago. So, you know, we all know that things have gone up massively in price. I still highly rate it. I would still recommend anybody getting hold of one of these for a bit of garden fun, a bit of back garden plinking. It's a great way to get family and friends into shooting. It's really, really good. You know, you follow the basic safety rules of, you know, always point your gun in a safe direction, always know what is behind where you're shooting, never put your finger on the trigger, and never point your gun at anything you're not prepared to basically destroy. Providing you teach the guys that, you know, I think you'll be absolutely fine. It's a great way to teach people how safe shooting can be and how much fun it is. Great barbecue pistol. Just don't do any shooting before, you know, don't do any shooting after you've started drinking. Once you start drinking, shooting's over. But until that point, when the barbecue's heating up, it's always good to get people into the back garden and have a bit of a plink. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope it's been of interest. Keep an eye open for the next one. Cheers.